Welcome back to the lake here at Salt Lake Community College here in Salt Lake City. We'll be bringing you the basketball game here. Now, mention this is TeamHive.live and also KSL Sports. This is not carried on the radio station, Central Utah, Mid-Utah radio stations. And we'll try to bring you the basketball game here, as this is the fourth ball game here. Now it will be between North Summit Braves and the American Preparatory Academy Eagles. So once again, we have some Eagles in the place. They're just getting ready to give us our starting lineups, and we'll see if we can't bring this to you as best we can. And if we mispronounce any names, please forgive us. Dennis Aldridge and Nolan Anderson will be bringing you the basketball game today.
We welcome you to the Mountain America Credit Union State 2A basketball tournament. This consolation round game for
North Summit, of course, losing yesterday in a hard-fought ball game with Kanab. They lost to Kanab in a spirited ball game, which came right down to the wire, and Kanab getting the win there to go to the championship game brings North Summit here to the fourth ball game. And then also Draper APA Eagles losing to Beaver, again in a really close ball game that until the very end and a couple of foul outs for APA, they had a chance to win that ball game, Nolan.
Yeah, they really did. We've seen some great games, and this one right here should be another fun one.
The real draw for the APA, they've got a fine group of girls, but they've got one, Aaliyah Baldwin, that is just unbelievable in her ability to get the ball in the hole from all sorts of angles.
Yeah, I've heard multiple people say that she reminds them of Jimmer Fredette.
Yeah, well, but not only that, but there were three baskets that I can remember yesterday of her. She drove the lane, got bumped, and was falling down and just flipped the ball in the air, but had enough control that it went in.
Yeah, she's a really fun player and just a sophomore.
Yeah.
Draper APA obviously happy to have her back for the next couple of years.
Draper APA will start, I believe, Samantha Karcher, number 3, Bailey Bluth, number 4, Jasmine Montezuma, number 5, Aaliyah Baldwin, number 10, as we mentioned, and Amber Dunqua as the 5 starters. The starters for the North Summit Braves, we'll try and get those to you. Charlie Sargent, and got them out of order. But Hazelyn Murdoch, Heartland Richens, Chesley Langston also will be starting for North Summit. And, of course, Jerry Holmes, the coach there at North Summit, longtime coach there, very successful. Always has these girls play as the best possible. He gets the most out of them. So Langston will step in to tip the ball, and the jump is going to be actually taken by Karchner, but it comes down in favor of APA Eagles. And right off the bat, Montezuma gets a 2-pointer, number 5, to start the scoring for Draper APA. Now North Summit on the attack here. They'll go in the corner. That's Richens. She'll give to Langston. Langston goes cross court to Sargent. And I don't even have number 2.
That's Peterson.
Peterson, I'm sorry. Langston with a 3-pointer away, partially hit, and it falls short, and APA will get it. So quickly ahead now. Baldwin with it, tied up there. Nicely done by Sargent. She'll tie it up. They'll go to the floor. It's a tie-up, and the ball will go to North Summit. So good defense there by Charlie Sargent. And they will inbound in the back court. Sargent's going to inbound to Richens, Heartland Richens. Come quickly ahead. Back to Sargent on the side, looking inside to Langston. Back outside to Peterson. Down the lane she goes. Up and under she goes. Well done, Presley Peterson, for her first 2.
Yeah, and Presley had a really good game yesterday, too. Typically not a major scorer for this team, but can score when she needs to, and yesterday she had a great game.
Samantha Karchner steps into a 3-pointer, but unfortunately she had too many steps to get there.
Yeah.
So it's a turnover against the Eagles. Peterson with it now for North Summit. Into the corner it goes to Richards. She'll dribble out, go inside to Langston, turn around one-hander. That's no good. Karchner will come down with the rebound for APA. And bring it up the court to Baldwin. Excuse me, that is not Baldwin. That's Montezuma. She'll get back to Karchner. That's off the front rim. And it'll be a rebound for North Summit. Right down the lane, Richards all the way down. Tries to go outside. Ball is knocked away. And APA will come up with it, and Richards struggling to get back on the floor. She got thumped as she went down, and she's kind of rubbing an eye there.
Yeah, and right there, I was just going to say Baldwin, typically the scorer, but she's also got her head up. She sees the floor really well, and that one she just threw a little too far out in front.
This may be a record for the games that I've seen, and the fact that we've gone 2 minutes now and Baldwin hasn't taken a shot.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So it'll come low down inside, back out, across the top to Richards, now to Langston near side. Shot is missed there. Rebound will be to Baldwin. So we'll see here if the drought continues. Baldwin brings it up. Good defense being played there by Sargent. Down the lane, kick it back outside. Shot on the way. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound Karchner back outside to Montezuma. Ball stolen away by Richards. Richards going to try to run the floor here. Crosses over back down the middle. Ball knocked away, however. Baldwin with it going back the other way. We got a track meet, but no points are being scored. Far side stepping into a three-pointer there. Good shot there by Bailey Bluth. Three-pointer. First points of the game for her, and a 5-2 lead now for the APA Eagles.
Yeah, and it looks like Baldwin, you mentioned it, Dennis. She hasn't even taken a shot yet, but it looks like she wants to be the facilitator.
Yeah. Turnover, uncharacteristic turnover, not even being pressured, but travel on the play. Turns the ball over back to the APA Eagles now. And Baldwin will bring it up with the left hand against Sargent. Sargent's dogging her everywhere, doing a good job. Maybe that's part of the reason. Return pass back down the lane. She's got it inside, kicks it outside. Stolen there. Nicely done by Heartland Richards. Now she'll go way ahead. Ball knocked away by Karchner. Karchner on the return. Steps inside, crossover, lays it up off the glass, and up and in by Karchner. And
that was a really good move for Karchner. She plays the big, but she can shoot the outside shot. But at 6'1", she handles the ball really well.
Yeah. And right now, they are the more aggressive team. And another turnover. They try an entry pass inside to Hazelyn Murdoch, and that goes off her hand and out of bounds. So really uncharacteristic amount of turnovers right now for North Summit.
Yeah, it really is, and they obviously had their sights set on playing in the championship game tonight. Instead, they're in this third, fourth game. But they've also played this Draper APA team twice and beat them twice. So this is the third matchup.
Again, you get a penetration by Baldwin, dumps off to Karchner. Karchner up and in for another 2 points. Shot missed, and rebound there by Dunkwa. And she'll bring it up. She'll give it off to, Dunkwa brings it up. Karchner far side. She comes in. Karchner with a little 10-footer up and in for Karchner. That's 6 points already for Karchner. And a quick timeout for Coach Holmes.
Yeah, just Coach Holmes not too pleased with the way that they've started this game. And, he'll make the adjustment. But right now, it seems to be all Draper APA.
It's the first timeout. It's 11-2 lead here at the 3:56 mark. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Peterson at number 2.
Yeah.
Welcome back here to the lake here. Looking over my stuff here, and I said I didn't have Presley Peterson in, but I did. But I had her down as number 15.
Yeah, and they don't have her in the program, at least the page that we're looking at, but she is number 2.
So I apologize there for not having her off the bat. I had her listed as number 15, and we'll try and get this thing squared away. Again, this game being carried on TeamHive.live and KSL Sports Sport Network. And we appreciate the opportunity to bring it to you. North Summit, after their timeout, we'll bring it up with Richards. We'll bring it forward. Cross court to Sargent, now in the corner. Back to Sargent. Now inside, Peterson there with a little jump shot. That's no good. Rebound is to Murdoch. a player is knocked down. That was kind of away from the play, and it's a new player in, number 21, Chalise Tamaiko.
Yeah, and that's Baldwin.
And that's Baldwin down.
She's really hurting, yeah.
And Tamaiko is in for Langston. She's grabbing her hamstring. I don't know if she fell there and bruised the gluteus.
She definitely goes to the ground a lot. I've said that she's got to learn to stay on her feet, or she's going to end up injured and hurting herself, and she'll have to come out for a minute. But I think she's tough enough. She'll probably walk that one off.
I was afraid for a minute that was one of those soccer injuries where you're going to lay there for a minute and jump up and play. But she did go to the bench, and she is hobbled. So we hope the best for that young lady there. So bringing it up now is Montezuma. And she'll give off to Karchner, far side, who's been the offensive spark. Nice pass inside to the new player in, number 33.
Taylor Stratton.
Taylor Stratton for 2 points. So the substitute gets the job done.
Yeah, and Karchner with the nice dish right there to Stratton for the 2.
Shot off the wing by Murdoch, and that's going to begin. 10-footer for Murdoch. That's just the 4th point here for North Summit. And now Charlie Sargent will get a foul as Montezuma crosses over on her. And Sargent will pick up her first personal foul.
And it didn't take long, and Baldwin's going to check back in for Stratton.
And we talk about the fouls here, but after that last boys game, only 2 fouls, that's great.
Yeah, there was a bunch in that last one.
On the inbound pass, stepping into a 3-pointer, nicely done to Amber Donqua, as they're hitting on all cylinders now. In fact, interestingly enough, the only starter for APA that hasn't scored is Baldwin.
Yeah.
That's an interesting stat. Karchner back, give and go, 10-footer, up one-handed and in. Karchner cannot miss. Wow. That's 8 points for her.
Yeah, smooth, too.
North Summit, Richens brings it down deep inside. Murdoch with it down in there. She'll give back to Richens. Drives the baseline, crossover, give back. Ball knocked away by Baldwin. Picked up by Sargent. She'll give it back to Murdoch, out of the corner now. There you go. Heartland Richens with a 3-pointer out of the corner.
Yeah, Richens, one of the leaders of this team. She needed that shot to get herself going and kind of get this game back within reach.
She's usually a facilitator, but she did make that one. And then there's a turnover as the ball is stolen by Peterson. Richens will bring it up and shoot a little 5-foot one-hander. She's the facilitator, but she's decided here she better take over.
Yeah, and that's what good leaders do. Sometimes it's not always about scoring, but when you have to, she can do it.
18-9 now. North Summit's gone to a zone now. And a pass inside for Karchner is too big. A miss there, and again, Baldwin yet to score, and bad pass there, and she is a little hobbled. Right hip.
Yeah.
Still 9-18, though. 1:40 to go here in the first quarter. As APA's broken out early and big. Sargent with it, looking inside to Peterson. Crossover, come back across the top, back to Peterson, far side. Looking inside, Langston still on the bench. And a pass inside to nobody except Karchner. Baldwin on the attack now. She'll cross over. Now Karchner inside, but the pass is too big and out of bounds.
It must be a hamstring because she keeps grabbing at her hamstring, but she showed right there when she needs to go, and she can definitely still go.
Langston will come in, and Charlie Sargent will take a seat here for North Summit. Also in the ball game is Maddie Croxford.
Yeah, Draper APA still sitting in this 2-3 zone defense.
Tamaiko into Langston. She misses it, gets her own rebound, but it's ripped away from her by Donqua. And now Baldwin brings it up, goes around the defense, gives off to Karchner. Karchner up, off-balance shot, misses that. Rebound to Richens. She'll come ahead quickly to Peterson. Puts it up off the glass, too big for that. Tipped in the air, taken by Karchner, knocked away from her. Richens on the ground. She'll get it back inside Langston. She'll give off to Tamaika, and Tamaika will lay it up and in.
Yeah, really nice ball movement that time from North Summit.
And a foul will be called now on Peterson. Presley Peterson outside on Baldwin. Not Baldwin, but Montezuma. Foul is called.
Substitution number 33, Taylor Stratton.
Now, Taylor Stratton will come in for Donqua. Jessa West also in the game for North Summit. So near side, Montezuma. There's a long three-point. Whoa! She waited to score, but boy, did she make an appearance. There's Baldwin with about a, 40-footer.
Yeah, NBA three.
NBA and then some, huh?
Yeah.
Croxford with the three-point of her on the way. Boom! Croxford right back at you for 3 points. Scoring starting to heat up a little bit now.
Yeah, it really is.
Karchner from the wing off an pass from Baldwin, no good, and off the hands of Stratton and out of bounds, and that's the end of the first quarter. So after one, 21-14 in favor of APA. We'll be right back on the Centricom Network and KSL Sports.
Zions Bank proudly supports our local communities and schools. We've been providing families and businesses with banking tools and stellar service for nearly 150 years. For helping you achieve your financial goals, Zions Bank is for you.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or while on the go. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Welcome back here to the lake here at Salt Lake Community College. Again, Dennis Aldridge and Nolan Anderson bringing the basketball game here on the TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports. We are starting the second quarter now with Draper APA, leading the way at 21-14 over North Summit. North Summit did begin to wake up a little bit there.
They really did, and I don't know if you're Coach Jerry Holmes in North Summit, if you like the fact that Baldwin finally made a shot from deep, but Karchner missed the last two.
Baldwin crosses over and puts Richens on her seat. I don't think anybody's quicker than Richens.
Yeah.
Good ball movement there by APA. They come back out to Baldwin off the high post. She'll let go another lob. Oh, my goodness. He's unconscious.
Yeah, and you're right. That's beyond the NBA three mark.
She lets the ball go, folks, and if you watch it on the TV, it's kind of like, that don't have a chance to go in, and it's nothing but net. So it extends the lead to 10 now, 24-14 for the APA Eagles. And North Summit moving it around, and there'll be a three-point shot there by Richens, Heartland Richens. And really, this is more shooting than I've seen Heartland Richens do.
Yeah, it really is, and that's her second three-pointer and her 8th point of the game, and they definitely need some scoring from her.
Yeah, like I say, she's usually the facilitator, but they're doing that to – if that goes in, I was gonna jump out of my seat. That was almost mid-court.
Yeah, it literally was. It was right between the mid-court line and the volleyball, that 10-foot line.
And remember, this is a college-sized court, so it's 10 feet longer than a normal high school court.
Powers.
So,
and it hit off the front of the rim. It was straight on.
Wow. Richens will bring it up, goes to Croxford, far side. She'll dribble drive, kick back outside to number 14, which I don't have on. Wrong roster. We don't we presented a roster with 6 girls' names on it, so I apologize. I don't have that name. Another pass inside, too big for Taylor Stratton, goes out of bounds. Peterson will come back in the game for number 14, so that's a little more familiar to us.
Yeah, and we'll see if we can't get a number for number 14.
And we apologize to the folks from North Summit. We'll get that as quickly as we can. Bailey Bluth back in the ball game now for APA. Heartland Richens will bring it back up against that zone of APA. Oh, and the pass near side to Peterson is a little bit bad and out of bounds.
When you get home, me and you need to have a conversation. One of the stuff you said is really inappropriate. Very inappropriate. Enough's enough.
Of what? Of what? Back on the, just had a fan, just kind of ripped me. And there's another one by
Number 22,
Richens.
Yeah, Richens is heating up. That's her 11th point and really leading this North Summit team right now.
Good shot there, my number 15. Just still trying to get my wits about me. Donqua makes a 2-pointer. And the score remains 26-20 now. Try to go inside to Langston, but it's too big for her and taken away. Pass way ahead. Karchner with it. Catches. Nice pass from Baldwin to Karchner. She lays it up for another 2 points for Karchner. Peterson on the attack. Comes up quickly. Kick back to Richens. Far side now to Sargent. She'll come inside. Up by Murdoch, and that'll come off the rim. No good. And it'll be shots now for Murdoch.
Yeah, it looks like number 14 for North Summit. We've got a name for her now with Jessa West.
Okay, appreciate that. Finally, some free throws being shot now by North Summit. That's the Murdoch, and she misses the first one. She'll get a second here. Score remains 28-20. Misses the second one, but Richens with the rebound. She'll give right back to her. Murdoch with it. Going to come back outside. Peterson with a three on the way. That's hard off the glass. Langston with the rebound.
Yeah, and Langston's the one that had the big game for North Summit yesterday, but just really hasn't got going yet. Still looking for her first points.
So it'll be into Langston. Karchner fighting her for it. Langston able to pull it down, turns and shoots it up off the glass. No good. Rebound by APA. And they'll come back on the attack with an 8-point lead here. Kick back. One bounce dribble. Karchner inside. Turns. Blocks by Langston. Nicely done there. Give to Richens. Got a break out to Peterson. Stops. Gets the ball. Kicks it back up. Gets the shot off. She'll be fouled by Bluth here.
Well, Peterson's realized that if she runs the floor, she's going to get rewarded with the basketball. She's had a great game yesterday and so far already, realizing that if I get down the floor, Richens and the rest of the team's going to find me for an easy basket. This time she gets fouled and goes to the line.
First free throw of the game made right there by Croxford. Her first. And excuse me, that's
Peterson.
Yep. Not Croxford.
And she knocks in the second one right there, too.
Makes the score 28-22 now as North Summit continues to kind of sneak back into this thing. Pass way up ahead, three-pointer on the way. Missed everything. Rebound by Langston. She'll give back to Richens. And Richens against the crew now brings it up quickly. Pass inside. Murdoch with it. She gets bumped there, puts it up and in anyway. Nicely done by Hazelyn Murdoch.
Yeah, and right now North Summit, after that kind of first quarter wake-up, starting to play ball.
Nice pass. A blocked shot by Langston. And then the ball is knocked out of bounds by APA, and it'll be back into North Summit. Now APA is going to call the timeout here.
30-second timeout.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's two 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
Welcome back here, Salt Lake Community College. Again, the fourth ball game here between the girls of Draper APA and also North Summit, the Lady Braves. Braves still trailing by 4, 24-28, but they're crawling back in. They were down by 10 points. Another shot out of the corner and missed there by Richens. Rebound, Murdoch. Peterson with a shot on the way. That's no good. Karchner with the rebound. And she'll give off to Baldwin now.
Yeah, and so far Sargent's done a really good job when she's been guarding Baldwin.
Karchner with a three-pointer. That's no good. Rebound comes down to Montezuma with it now. Tries to go inside. No good there. Stolen by Peterson. And Richens will bring it quickly up. Charlie Sargent, far side. 10-footer, no good. Langston knocks it down. Richens comes up with it. And Richens is carrying the scoring here for the North Summit Braves. And they're back to a 2-point ball game now. Ball goes far side to Montezuma, back outside to Baldwin. Near side to Bluth with a three-pointer on the way. Boy, that's good. Bluth with her three-pointer.
Yeah, that's her second three-point shot right now, Baldwin's hit a couple, but it's everybody else chipping in their part.
So North Summit back on the lead, now down by 5 again now. And it's going to go off Richens. She saves it, throws it back in. Saved now. Richens back with it. She'll come inside the three-point line. Little temper from 15. And Karchner will get the rebound. Give off to Baldwin, bringing it back up. Baldwin does have the 2 long three-pointers. She'll set for another short three-pointer. But it's good again.
Yeah, North Summit's in that 2-3 zone. And Richens and Sargent kind of dropping back just a little bit, and Baldwin says, if you're not going to come out here and guard me, I'll knock in this 3.
So Baldwin now with her third three-pointer of the ball game. They get inside to Langston, turn around, lay it up and in. Langston for, I believe, her first points of the ball game also.
Yeah, and really good position that time, and nice pass into the post, and Langston doing the rest, finishing that one.
This time she fakes it. Baldwin fakes the 3, brings it down inside, misses the layup. Karchner with the rebound. They get it back outside. Near side here to Montezuma. Goes inside, knocked away. Richens will go ahead to Sargent. Sargent with double teamed. She'll get it, put it up, hits the bottom. And Murdoch with the rebound. She misses that, gets her own rebound, puts it back up and in. And are they going to give the basket? Or they're going to say she was on the ground. So I believe they're going to wave off the basket.
Yeah, they are. They're going to say it was underneath. He's telling the official not shooting. Foul was before she got the ball up.
So Charlie Sargent will sit down. Croxford back in the ball game. And coach not happy. He wants to talk to the official. Calls it. Jerry Holmes will call a timeout. And they'll go to the bench so Coach Holmes can talk. We'll take a 30-second timeout.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
Welcome back once again here to Salt Lake Community College. Dennis Aldridge and Nolan Anderson bringing the basketball game here between the hopefuls for third and fourth place here, the ladies bracket on Centricom, Team Hive Live, and also KSL Sports. Inbound to Langston. She goes up and lays it in over the top. Short inbound pass, short shot, but it still counts for 2.
Yeah, that's a good sign for North Summit, getting her second bucket of the game.
Croxford steals a pass on the full court pressure, and she'll lay it up for 2 points for her fifth point of the game. They get the ball ahead to Montezuma. She'll drive in. Ball was blocked, but they're going to say body on Langston. And it'll put Montezuma, I believe, at the line. Shooting 2.
Yeah, North Summit running that half-court trap, kind of a 1-2-1-1 look, and it has slowed them down. They've got some. They've been able to create some turnovers and get some easy buckets out of it.
Makes the first free throw. Montezuma, third point of the ball game, and moves it back to a 3-point lead now for Draper APA. And they'll get one more here. Second shot is up, and that's also good.
Yeah, she's a good shooter. She's shot free throws really well.
So back to a 4-point lead, 36-32 with 1:24 to go here in the first half. Richens on the baseline. She's looking for help. Come to Langston at the free throw line. Down inside. Murdoch, hard pass. She gets it, plays it up, misses a shot, and it'll be knocked out of bounds. And they're going to say back into American APA.
Yeah, really good North Summit that time against the zone. Kind of overloaded that right side. They went to the high post to Langston, and she went down low right there to Murdoch. But just on that high-low, not able to get the basket to go in.
Near side. Little 15-footer was not a three-pointer, but that's Montezuma once again, Jasmine Montezuma. And that'll put them back up now by 6 points. So they can close it to 2, but they just can't get any closer right now. Croxford with a long three-pointer on the way. That's no good. Hustles for her own rebound, knocks it down, but it's going to come down to Danqua. And she'll come ahead now. Baldwin with it. Oh, and trying to take the charge. The foul will be called on number 2, Presley Peterson. And the crowd didn't like it, but, it did connect with the leg, not the body. So,
yeah, Coach Holmes going to go to his bench and sub her out so she doesn't get her third. Going to bring in Jessa West to replace Peterson.
So Jessa West back in the ball game. Ball not a shooting foul, so ball will be in, and Baldwin will have to chase all the way back in the backcourt to get it. As they go over the top, she'll bring it back up. Long pass knocked away nicely by Murdoch, out of bounds. Pass was intended for Montezuma.
Yeah, this defense, same thing, North Summit sticking to the 2-3 zone, but they've really been anticipating in the passing lanes and reading those passes from Draper APA.
So passing back and forth across the top. Back out to Bluth. Now Bluth standing on the line. She shoots it up. No good. Langston with a big rebound. She finds Richens, and Richens will bring it back up. So in the corner to Richens. She's been hot from there. She'll go inside to Murdoch. Murdoch drives the base. Reverse layup up. She misses a shot, but fouled by Karchner, it looks like to me.
Yeah, Karchner got her right there. She tried to go baseline and come up and under on the reverse layup, but draws a foul, and that's going to be second personal foul on Karchner.
So first shot up and in. No. Murdoch with a free throw there. That's her 5th point in the ball game. Second shot is up, and that's no good. And counting down, and Baldwin just hucked it from half court. Still almost went in. So that'll be the end of the first half as American Preparatory Academy holds on to a 6-point lead, or 5-point lead. And we'll go to halftime, and we'll take a break. We'll be back.
Attention job seekers. Are you looking for a career that will challenge and excite you every day? Look no further than Strata Networks. We are now hiring for a variety of positions in an industry that is fast-paced and always evolving. If you're ready for new opportunities and the chance to grow, visit us online at stratanetworks.com/careers or call 435-622-5007 for more information. Don't miss out on this exciting chance to join the Strata Networks team. Strata Networks. We connect lives.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. Bookmark TeamHive.live, Utah's new home for streaming high school sports and other events. Powered by Centricom Local 10.
Edge Tire Pros in Nephi is the smart choice for a new set of tires for your pickup, work vehicle, or passenger car. The technicians at Edge Tire Pros provide trustworthy service on oil changes, brake work, and suspension accessories like lift kits, bed liners, and custom rims. Choose from a wide variety of tires including Cooper, BF Goodrich, and Michelin, with a nationwide warranty on free flat tire repair, free rotation, and free road hazard. For a limited time, get the Edge Bronze oil change for just $19.99. Edge Tire Pros, across the street from Parks Home Furnishings on Main Street in Nephi.
Hi, I'm Dustin Shakespeare, the Central Region Pathways Coordinator. Do you know what pathways are offered at your high school that connect with Snow College? Students enrolled in career technical education courses can develop valuable real-world technical skills and a strong academic foundation. Over 630 students completed CTE pathways last year in the Central Utah region. Our 35 pathways empower students to explore career options, pursue what they are passionate about, and earn valuable industry certifications. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors today.
It's not about the miles you take when you're driving, but the milestones you see when you get to where you're going. When you graduate high school, buy your first car, get married, start a family, find your first home, and grow old together. Let each mile bring you closer to the moments that matter. L&L Motor. People you know. People who care.
At Al's Food Town in Duchesne, we believe in shopping smart and shopping local. With a wide selection and competitive pricing, we can give you a reason to stop in and shop. From home essentials and gifts to local meat and baked goods, we have you covered with everything you'll ever need. Al's Food Town, proudly serving the people of Duchesne and surrounding areas since 1998.
Welcome back here to Salt Lake Community College. We are at halftime here in a ball game between North Summit Lady Braves and the APA Eagles here. And Nolan Anderson and Dennis Aldridge trying to bring you the basketball game. And again, it is on Centricom, TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports. And we are here at halftime. And right now at the halftime, it is a 38-33 lead now for the Draper APA Eagles. And what'd you think of the first half there?
You know, I was a little bit surprised with North Summit, kind of the start, but then I wasn't. You know, they really, expected to be in the championship game tonight, but they recovered well. Coach Holmes, obviously a very successful and smart coach. He calls timeout, makes an adjustment, puts them in a little bit of a half-court trap to help pick up their intensity, and, they fought their way back. But this is also a really good Draper APA team, and we've talked about it too. North Summit's already played this team twice and beat them twice, so trying to beat that team for the third time sometimes can be tough, and they know each other well. But it'll be interesting to see the halftime adjustments that are made and which team comes out. And really, I think the key is who wins this third quarter.
And I think that the tone of the game, as you mentioned, is much easier for Draper APA to fall into because they're a loose team. They play loose, they play free. And so, they're easier to come back for them than maybe for North Summit. They're an up-paced team, but but more of a controlled flow. And so we'll see if they get back, as a good bunch there, and we'll see if they can't bring that thing back. I suspect it'll be a better second half. Quickly, some statistics now for at halftime here. We have Maddie Croxford have her for 5 points. Charlie Sargent did not score. Hazelyn Murdoch with 5. Heartland Richens, really, like I say, she's usually the facilitator, but she took it upon her shoulders when things were not going well for North Summit. Ends up with 13 points in the first half. And I haven't seen that out of her in one of the games I've been around. So. Yeah, and the other thing is she leads the team with 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Just has a really good game going so far. Yep. Charlize Langston is one that's had a trouble getting a game going. It's just, every time she gets a chance at the ball, there's so many hands coming at her that she's had a hard time getting her offense going. She just has 4. Then Presley Peterson with 4. And also Khalees Tamiko with 2 points also. They've made 3 of 6 from the free throw line and 4 threes. Now on the other side of that, Draper APA, you've got Karchner, who came out hot. She ends up with 10 points, I believe, in the first half. Bailey Bluth with 6 on 2 3-pointers. Jasmine Montezuma with 6. And Aliyah Baldwin, 9, 2 really long-range 3-pointers, and 1 normal 3-pointer. And then Amber Donqua with 5 points, and Taylor Stratton off the bench with 2 more. Interesting here, they're 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 6 threes already. Yeah, in the game. So that's kind of the difference because rebounds, Draper APA 17, North Summit 15 turnovers. Draper APA has 12 and North Summit 8, so fairly even right there in those 2 categories. On the shooting percentage for both squads, North Summit ends up with 41% from the field, so that's better than I thought. The way they were struggling early, they're 36% from three-point line, 50% from the free throw line. So it's pretty good shooting percentages, just not maybe getting enough opportunities. They do have, let me see, trying to look for the turnovers. They have 8 turnovers, maybe not quite characteristic of them. Other side of it, you've got Draper APA shooting 53% from the free throw line, 50% from the three-point line, and 50% from regular free shooting, and 1,000% from the free throw line. So percentages like that is pretty tough to deal with that. They do have, I believe, 10 turnovers in the ball game, 12, So North Summit needs to get their game back in control. Yeah, and I'm sure that Coach Holmes will make those adjustments at halftime and come out
and you'll see a different North Summit start to the third quarter as you saw to the start to this game.
Just a program note, the game coming up next will be American Heritage boys and Duchesne boys. That will be in the 3-4 ball game. Will be boys action. Again, American Heritage and Duchesne. Both of those schools nearly pulled off the upsets yesterday.
Yeah, they've had great tournaments and great games.
Let's take another quick timeout. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Jones Paint and Glass has been serving the Utah community since 1938.
We love the communities we serve, not only in Utah, but through our network of dealers outside of Utah as well. It is our passion to be able to turn people's visions for their homes into a reality.
Whether you're updating your home or bringing the visions of your new home to life, Jones Paint and Glass is here for all your paint and glass needs.
When you hear the crash, you better think Jones Paint and Glass.
DNA McRae is hiring crude oil truck drivers for our Uinta Basin routes. Be home daily, drive new and well-maintained equipment, and earn quarterly bonuses with great benefits. DNA McRae offers outstanding career choices with flexible schedules, benefits, performance bonuses, and an average starting pay of $100,000 per year. We're a safety-focused, family-friendly work environment looking for those that fit our values. Call 435-893-4442 or visit McRaeTrans.com to complete an application.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
So I feel very blessed that I have a career that I can come to work every day and help people, help them have a beautiful smile again that they feel confident about. That's probably my favorite part of the job. So I did my undergrad schooling here at the Utah State University Extension in Vernal, and I did my dentistry schooling at the University of Louisville. So one of my passions with dentistry is the connection between systemic health and oral health. A healthy mouth is a healthy body, and a healthy body is a healthy mouth. And I really like teaching patients about that aspect.
Start the third quarter here now, and North Summit will come back out with their starters now. They'll have Presley Peterson, Hazelyn Murdoch, Heartland Richens, Chesley Langston, and Hazelyn Murdoch. All for Charlie started. So they come back out with their starting five. In the corner we come to Richens. She's looking inside. She'll get it to Murdoch. Murdoch will try to go inside the Langston. Too big for her, taken away on the backside by Karchner. And Draper APA also will start with their starting five. With down the lane we go back in the corner to Karchner. Karchner and a long three-pointer while we're trying to get ready to lead off the starters. But Samantha Karchner, Bailey Bluth, Jasmine Montezuma, Leah Baldwin, and Amber Donqua will start again for Draper APA. And that shot, anyway, ends up out of bounds. Give me time to get the starting lineups in there. And Richens will bring it up against the zone now. 2-3 zone. Far side to Peterson, looking inside to Langston as they're really trying to get Langston involved. She gets a shot up, partially blocked, I guess, and the ball will come down in the hands of Baldwin now. Looks like they're making a concerted effort, though, to try and get Langston the ball.
Definitely trying to keep her from getting going offensively.
Bluth out of the corner with a three-pointer. That's no good. Rebound by Sargent that she'll give to Richens. And North Summit not able to run quite as much as normal because APA is just about as quick.
Yeah.
They do get to Langston. She'll go far side. Richens out of the corner for another three attempt. That's no good. Rebound, though, by Peterson. She tries to go down inside. The ball's tipped away from Murdoch and out of bounds.
Yeah, you're right, Dennis. North Summit really trying to get the ball into Langston and get that offense going for her, which then will open up the outside game. But right now, Draper APA doing a really good job of trying to collapse on her, not let her get anything going.
They try to come in short. The ball's taken away by by Draper APA, but then Richens just digs it out and does the hard work, gets the ball back for North Summit. Langston had a great game yesterday, hit from all cylinders all over the floor, including a three-pointer. The boy just struggling right now. The ball is shot by Sargent, missed there, and back on the attack is number 5, Montezuma, and she'll give off to Donqua. Far side to Bluth, and Bluth hits another three-pointer.
Yeah, Bluth's been hot today. That's her third.
Third three-pointer. Quickly ahead, Sargent with it. She gets pushed a little bit on the layup. No call is made. The layup is missed. And the ball will come back. Down the lane we go. And once again, going down hard is Aaliyah Baldwin. Fell on that hip. I wonder if she got a bad bruise on that side, because that's the same side she fell on again.
Yeah, and when she went down, she immediately...
She does have a brace on that leg.
Yeah, grabbed her leg again, but...
I don't know if it's a compression sleeve or a brace, but she does have something on that leg. So it'll be a foul on Sargent, and that'll be her second personal foul. Now a three-point shot on the way, off the glass, no good. Rebound by Karchner. And come ahead, Richens with it, down the lane, tries to put it up. Langston with it. She misses a quick shot, and it'll go out of bounds. I believe it's going to go out off Langston. So, again, Langston really, really struggling with the demon of getting the ball in the hoop, and that time she got it down deep. It turned too quick, I think, and missed that shot. So, Baldwin will bring it up. Noticeable limp there. She'll go right, across the top. Donqua with it. Shot up and off the glass nicely. There's another one by Karchner.
Yeah, North Summit in that 1-3-1 half-court trap, but Draper APA doing a really good job just pushing it down the sideline, and then good passing from post to post inside.
Pass inside is stripped away, and they're going to call it traveling now on Montezuma. The ball was intended inside for Murdoch, stripped away from her, and Montezuma got it but traveled trying to get out of the double team.
You know, Karchner's brought her A game today, too. She's been good for them all year long, but really having a good game tonight.
Richens out of the corner again, but no good, and Karchner with another rebound. So back to a 10-point lead now in favor of Draper APA, as they've come out sharper here in the second half, although that was not sharp. A pass to Bluth in the corner was, well, I guess they figured she was going to move.
I think they thought Bluth was going to cut towards the baseline right there, and she stayed in the corner.
So Richens will bring it up. The crowd yelling to get it going. They're behind their Braves. They're trying hard to get them going. On the near side, Peterson inside to Murdoch. Stripped away from her. A lot of grabbing. Richens will pick it up and shoot it in from 10. So Richens, the real bright spot offensively and defensively. Karchner out of the corner for a three, and that's good by Karchner, having a game.
Yeah, she really is. She's only missed a couple shots, but that's she's tied Heartland Richens right now with the game high 15 after hitting that three.
Quick timeout is going to be called by Draper APA. They're up by 11, 46-35. We'll be right back.
When you think of a company that's vested in its community, that takes pride in the success of local events, and that cheers on the youth and athletes of local schools, we hope you think of Moon Lake Electric. As a member-owned cooperative, we've been committed to our members since 1938 and hold true to the same mission of offering safe, reliable, and affordable electricity to our neighbors, friends, and family. Being honest community and employee-minded individuals is just how we do business. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
Kings Peak is the tallest mountain in Utah, standing at 13,528 feet. It's located right here in Duchesne County. We at Kings Peak Credit Union want to help you reach your highest financial point. We have been proudly serving our community since 1955 by providing quality services, loans, and tools to build a dependable future. Our dedication to Duchesne County and the surrounding areas lets us lift our members and the residents here to new heights. Kings Peak Credit Union is here to help with your next financial adventure.
Yeah, she obviously hasn't had to really do a whole lot because the rest of her teammates have stepped up as she's a little bit banged up.
Peterson will drive the lane and put it up off the glass. It's going to be no good, but she's fouled in the attempt, so she'll go to the line for a couple of free throws. That's the foul on Donqua's first foul, and it'll put at the line Presley Peterson. She's 3 for 3 from the line with a 2-point basket in the first quarter, so she now has 5 points. Second shot is up and also good. Nice form there. Drops it down.
Yeah, and Peterson's had a nice tournament.
Over the top they'll go. No, APA. Oop. And she goes down, does Montezuma. The ball rolls out of bounds. It'll be back in for North Summit.
Yeah, North Summit trapping the ball when it goes to the corner out of that 2-3 zone.
They're going to go short corner now. Short block to Murdoch. She loses it. Stripped away from her. And Baldwin will be back on the attack with the ball. Stops way outside and let rips the 3-pointer. No good. Sargent with the rebound. She'll give to Richens. They got a 2-on-2 break. Richens will keep it. Goes right to the hole. But stripped away from her by Baldwin. They're going to say there was a foul, a blocking foul previous to it, though, as she ripped the ball out of bounds. But they're going to give the blocking foul.
Yeah, that's going to put Richens at the line to shoot, too. And Richens, once again, just kind of one of them leaders all year long, but really bringing the A game right today when you need it.
Really is, and that's her 16th point of the ball game now as she makes the first free throw. Cuts the lead back to an 8-point lead. Second one rattles around and comes off. We jinxed her once again by mentioning how good she was playing, and it'll still remain 38-46 here. Bluth will come to the corner, to Bluth, knocked away by Murdoch. Richens will come back at it. She'll dribble down, penetrate the lane, all the way through and up and under. How she got through that wall, I'll never know, but she got through.
Yeah, she went right through the middle of the two top defenders out of that 2-3 zone and then split the 3 right down the middle, draws the foul, and gets a chance to go right back to the line and add to her 16 points.
So the foul is called on Danqua, her second personal foul, and Richens back at the line, makes the first one once again. And she'll get one more. Cuts it down to just a 7-point lead now. And misses the second one once again. And Baldwin with the rebound. She'll bring it up. Sargent and Richens kind of bracketing her. Knock the ball loose. And it'll be back to North Summit on the attack. Richens down the lane. Reverse dribble. Tries to give off to Langston. And Langston will shoot it up. But there was a foul previous to that, I believe. On whom? It'll be on 15th.
Danqua.
Amber Danqua. That's 3 quick ones. So she'll go out, and Taylor Stratton will come back in the ball game. Not a shooting foul. They come into Murdoch on the quick pass, little lob inside on the inbound, and she'll shoot it up and in. Murdoch with 2 points.
Yeah, Murdoch doing a nice job of keeping the ball high, getting it off the glass.
And now Peterson at the other end draws a foul, a quick foul on Montezuma. Offensive foul called.
Yeah, right now the momentum shifting to North Summit. I thought maybe Coach Baldwin was going to call a timeout, but he chooses not to as North Summit can cut into this 5-point lead.
North Summit with substitutes. We'll get those to you. Driving the lane, Peterson. And she's going to be called another foul call now as the foul's mounting up. That's the 6th foul on the Draper APA. They're going to say it was on the drive or a shooting foul?
I guess they're going to say shooting, but right now North Summit drawing the foul just about every time down by going hard to the basket through this 2-3 zone.
First shot by Peterson is in, and I dare not say it, but she's 5 for 5 from the line.
Yeah, she's had a great game, but she's an aggressive. She goes hard to the basket, and that's paying off for her.
6 for 6. It's back to a 3-point ball game now. They got the trap at half court. They do get it to Baldwin. She'll go in the corner now. Karchner out of the corner for 3. Off the rim hard. Rebound by Tamaika. She'll give back to Ridgens. Quickly ahead. Down inside to Tamaika. She stumbles, gets through the defense, and finally gets it up. That was Murdoch. Murdoch with that shot. So Murdoch gets the 2. Ties the ball game. No, it's a 1-point ball game now. My scorecard was wrong. It's a 1-point game, 45-46.
Well, and right now, too, it's all North Summit, even though they're still trailing by 1.
North Summit has never led in the game, I believe. Down the lane go Murdoch. She'll give off to Stratton. Stratton misses the little 5-footer, and it'll be back now for North Summit with a chance to take the lead here for the first time in the ball game. Peterson far side. She'll get it back. Murdoch from the free throw line. That's no good. And down with the rebound will be Karchner.
Well, and right now, too, North Summit doing this while Langston's on the bench getting a breather.
So far side, Montezuma back to top to Baldwin. Back in the corner, Montezuma. She going to dribble, penetrate, loses control of the ball, kick it out to Stratton. Stratton shoots it up, no good by her. Tamika with the rebound, gives off to Richens. And Richens will slow it down and bring it back up.
Yeah, Moctezuma doing a nice job finding Stratton the last 2 times down. Stratton just not able to get it to go down.
Croxford with a three-pointer. That's no good. Ball tipped to Stratton. Stratton will give back to Baldwin. So missed a couple of chances to gain a lead here for the first time in the ball game. With 1:05 to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and you can see Baldwin just not herself. And part of that's because of the defense of North Summit just really dogging her. Right now, Richens just face guarding her out top of the key.
Tries to come back outside to Bluth. Bluth to Carton, far side three-pointer with Hemp on the way. That's off the iron, no good. Rebound, Peterson. Give off to Richens once again. Richens will bring it up, goes right, now crossover. Settles it in, steps back out. Comes near side, Croxford. Richens, short post. Down inside deep to Tamaiko. She's tied up. Going to call a foul on Karchner.
I think they're kind of deciding who that is on. Yeah, it is Karchner.
So, Karchner's third personal foul, and now they are in the 1-and-1. And so Tamaiko will have a chance. And she'll have a chance to tie it or even put them in the lead now for the first time in the ball game with 29 seconds here in the third quarter. Misses the first shot, does Tamaiko, so the score remains 45-46. Baldwin brings it up, 23 seconds. Dunkwa back in the game. She'll give off to Karchner at the free throw line. Looking for help, gets to Baldwin down the left side. Back it back out, good defense by North Summit. Baldwin down the lane, puts it up. Off the rim, no good. Richens with the rebound, stolen by Baldwin, and she'll lay it back up and in, so Baldwin finds a way to make it happen.
Wow, she just about had another steal, and looks like she's going to draw a foul.
So another great job by Baldwin, just when you think she's kind of taking things easy. So Maddie Croxford will pick up the foul. I believe that's just her first. Not a foul situation, second in the half. Baldwin comes near side off the screen. Nicely done at the buzzer, Karchner.
Wow, what a turn of events. When it was all sparked by Baldwin and her defense right there.
So it's back to a 5-point lead as we get ready for the fourth quarter. We'll be right back.
When Uinta Basin Healthcare was built from humble beginnings in 1944, healthcare looked very different than it does today. Patients in rural areas often had to travel long distances for critical care. Uinta Basin Healthcare invested in new technologies and equipment, like ambulances, to better access medical services in the community. With the opening of the new Vernal ER, Uinta Basin Healthcare continues to invest in our local communities and provide quality healthcare to all we serve. Uinta Basin Healthcare, caring for our communities, investing in you.
Brian the Brain needs your help. Underage drinking harms developing brains. That's why it's so important to talk with your kids about alcohol as early as 9, so their futures stay bright.
Welcome back once again as we're ready to start the fourth quarter now. And what looked like a great situation for North Summit. They had several chances to take their first lead of the ball game. It was 45-46 and struggled with that. And all of a sudden, 2 quick steals on inbound passes, and you've got APA back up by 5.
Yeah, Baldwin. We talk about her scoring, but I think her defense sometimes goes unnoticed. So she just a headsy, smart player, knows where to be at the right time.
So APA also has the basketball to start the fourth quarter. Now you got Richens on Baldwin over on the far side. They're not even going to let Baldwin get the hot ball back in her hand. So the pass inside is knocked away, picked up by Bluth. Dunkwa with the shot. That's no good. Charlie Sargent will chase it down. That's not Sargent. That's number 14, Jessa West. And she'll give to Richens. She drives all the way in, kicks back out to Langston. Free throw line. One bounce dribble knocked away by Baldwin. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Baldwin. I did not see that near official behind the banister call it. Didn't see that.
Yeah, she's trying to plead her case, but she's saying, I got the ball, and the official says you had some arm in there too. So that's her fourth foul. That's huge because they definitely need her on the floor. I think it was a close game yesterday with her, with Draper, APA, and Beaver, and then she fouls out, and Beaver kind of stretched that lead over the last 2 minutes.
Shot is by Karchner. Yeah, you're exactly right. Excuse me, not Karchner, but Langston makes the first free throw, as she has really struggled offensively today compared to yesterday. But she'll get a second. But, yeah, both her, I think, and Karchner both fouled out there at the end.
Yeah.
And let Beaver get control of that ball game. Langston makes the second free throw. It's back to a three-point ball game now. And Langston brings it up against double pressure. She'll cross over down the lane. Nice pass inside to Karchner. Lay it up and in.
Yeah, she's a fun player to watch. That was an excellent find and a great pass.
She draws so much of your attention defensively that you can forget about the other girls.
Well, and you talk about fun players to watch. Look at Richens and her nifty dribbling and footwork to go down and dribble right through everyone and score.
Goes through all the tall girls and lays it up in between them all. So Karchner with it. She'll come across Donkwa. Little 10-footer. She'll put that one up and in. So Donkwa. Amber Donkwa. 2 points.
There's another steal from Baldwin.
Steal by Richens. Falls on the floor. Baldwin knocks it loose. They'll give it back to Moctezuma. Donkwa with it. Steps to the free throw line. Puts that shot up and in. So,
wow. Every time North Summit makes a run, Draper, APA, it doesn't matter who, but they find a way to knock in a big-time shot, and right there Dankwa does it again.
They're doing it with their defense, too. They're knocking balls loose and making things happen. Nifty shot there by Peterson, but is not going to fall off. No good. And down the court they come. Moctezuma will run right into Langston, kick the ball back out. Now to Dunk with the free throw line. Karchner at the low block. She misses that. Hustling for the rebound. Bluth, but it's going to go out of bounds off of Bluth. Back in. 5:57 to go here. Again, the 7-point lead for Draper, APA, and Charlie Sargent will come back in for Tamaiko.
Yeah, Coach Holmes doing a good job rotating. He's pretty much gone 3 deep on the bench, but trying to keep everybody fresh.
So down the lane once again, there's Richens. She misses the little 10-footer, but ball's knocked away on the rebound by Sargent. She'll go inside. There's Langston.
Yeah.
Turnaround shot. Shoots it up and in.
Yeah, good defense. Sargent creating the turnover, getting the ball back, and then getting the ball down inside where Langston can score.
A lot of action in the backcourt. And there's going to be end up with a foul on Sargent, I believe. Charlie Sargent.
Yeah, and that's
third personal.
Third personal, and that's only their third team foul. So they can continue to be aggressive and go for steals, and if they happen to get some fouls, it doesn't hurt you. They're a long ways from the bonus still.
It seems like the more aggressive they get, that every time they get a break, it gets broke right back.
Yeah.
Shot inside, rebound by Murdoch, as Dunquil missed that one. Quickly ahead to Sargent, right side, back to Richens. She'll start the offense, moving right to left. Corner to Peterson, lets it go through her hands, picked up by Dunqua. Quickly ahead to Bluth. Langston with her. She blocks the shot, and it goes off of her out of bounds. So a great play by Langston there.
Yeah, Langston showing the hustle, getting back, and like you said, blocks the shot, but then knocks it off of Bluth as Bluth still standing underneath out of bounds.
So North Summit ahead quickly now with it. They'll come to Langston, free throw line. She turns, looks inside, tries to go down inside. Quadruple team that gets punched back out. Now it's inside to Murdoch. She backs down the defense, struggling there. Going to kick it back outside Sargent. Cross to Peterson. Now Langston. Right side up and in. Oh, rattles around, but Langston got it to go there too.
Yeah,
nice Langston
nice
starting to warm up.
Langston getting into that short corner, and you've seen her. She held that follow through, and she knew that was in.
6 points here in the fourth quarter to help him get back into it. Out of the corner is Montezuma with a three-pointer. No good. Karchner with the rebound. Knocked away from her. Get back out to Bluth. Bluth with a 10-footer. That's no good. Langston with the big rebound, and she'll give to Richens. They got to run her out. Didn't see her. Richens will come down the lane all the way. Kick it outside Peterson. Shot from the wing. That's good. Back to a one-point ball game again.
Yeah, and it's all just because of the defense, and then Richens just really pushing the ball, drawing the defense, and finding the open Peterson.
Well, they're trying to get the ball quickly out of Langston's hands, aren't they?
Yeah.
Excuse me, not Langston. I'm sorry, Baldwin.
Baldwin, yeah.
They get it back to her, though. She'll kick out near side. Back to Baldwin. Way outside. Let's rip a three, and that's good. She's open anywhere across half-court line.
That's true, too. I think at this point you'd rather have her put the ball on the floor because she's not at full strength with her speed.
They come back inside to Langston. It's back out to a 4-point lead. Langston will get fouled on the attempt. I believe that's on Dunkwa.
You know, and North Summit's done a good job to, you mentioned Langston had a great game yesterday and struggled a little bit, but she's getting it going here, and you got to give credit to North Summit to continue to go to her and utilize her strength, and that's getting her down low on the block.
She's owning the fourth quarter here
Yeah.
with 6 points. She did miss the first free throw there. First miss of the game for her. Oh, and then misses the second one also. They're saying it didn't even hit the rim, so it'll be inbounds for Draper APA. Never fails that you start to compliment somebody and all of a sudden it breaks them, jinxes them. So quickly ahead, Montezuma will come to Karchnell. She'll come left wing to Bluth. She'll go back out to Baldwin. Baldwin tries to pass over the top of Richens, but stolen away. Richens with a shot, blocked from behind by Baldwin. Fans are not happy, but no call was made.
Well, and Baldwin's lucky, too, because that would have been 5 had they called a foul.
Yep, and quickly now, Draper APA will call a timeout with a 4-point lead and 3 minutes to go. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Welcome back here, Salt Lake Community College, the Lake. And again, North Summit down by 4. They've trailed the whole ball game. They've got it back to a 1-point ball game a couple of times here in the fourth quarter, third and fourth quarter. But they again trail by 4. And the ball will come in to Donkwa. Little 15-footer off the wing, no good. Rebound down. Langston with it. She'll give to Richens. And there's under 3 minutes to go now. Sargent moves ahead. She'll stop, kick back to Richens. Richens going to go deep inside to Murdoch. Backs it, turns, shoots it up. No call. And they missed the shot. No call on the play. And Baldwin will bring it back up. They just can't get that extra break that they need.
No, they can't, but I like the aggressiveness of them pushing the ball up the floor.
They back off Baldwin. She misses a long three-pointer this time. And rebound to Langston ahead to Richens. Richens will challenge Baldwin. Baldwin strips it away. Then she drops it off her foot. Oh, I thought it was off her foot. They're going to say it was off North Summit. And it'll be ball back into Draper APA. Now they're bringing all the forces forward to try and put some pressure on the inbound. They get into Donkwa. She'll dribble down the right side. And defense will run past. Richens will come now. Bluth in the corner. She'll come near side at Karchner, but it's stolen away by Richens. Ahead to Sargent. Sargent's going to go. Puts it up and in. Baldwin not able to do anything on that one with that fourth foul.
Yeah, and that was smart on her part. You still got a 2-point lead, but you don't want to get your 5th.
Contact on the far side. There'll be a foul called on Murdoch, it looks like.
Yeah, and that ball looked like it was thrown and going to go out of bounds, but just kind of a little bit of a collision, and Dankwa coming up a little bit gimpy on that one.
Still not a shooting situation for Draper APA. They do retain the ball at the 2-minute mark and a 2-point lead here. Bluth near side back to Baldwin, and they better guard Baldwin anywhere and everywhere. Baldwin back with it. They're taking some time off the clock. 22 on the shot clock. Karchner back to Baldwin. Far side Donkwa. Cross court to Bluth. Karchner at the free throw line. In the corner to Montezuma. She'll try to drive the base. Nothing there. Loses the ball, and they're going to say it's off North Summit again.
A really good defense, though, from North Summit as there's only 6 seconds left on the shot clock.
6 seconds on the clock. They maintain the ball in front of their own basket. Back in the corner, Donkwa with it. Shot on the way. Off the iron, no good. Rebound, Murdoch. Looking for Richens. She'll get it to her. Tries to go quickly ahead for what? I'm not sure. Ball is intercepted then by Baldwin. She crosses over. Down the lane she goes. Kick back outside. Corner, Montezuma. Dribble through. Little 10-footer. There it goes. Once again by Baldwin.
Yeah, and that's kind of that mid-range game. She's either been really deep threes or layups.
Ball gets into Langston. She lays it up for two, and a quick timeout for North Summit. And we'll take a 30-second timeout with them. Again, it's a 2-point ball game, 59-61, with just under 1 minute to go.
Zions Bank proudly supports our local communities and schools. We've been providing families and businesses with banking tools and stellar service for nearly 150 years. For helping you achieve your financial goals, Zions Bank is for you.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or while on the go. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Once again. Okay, what are you going to do, Coach?
I think if you're Coach Holmes right here, you're just telling your players that we've only got 4 team fouls, which is an advantage. We've got to go for the steal, but go for the ball. And if you foul them a little bit, we might be able to get away with one and get a steal and a turnover. And then if not, probably eventually, I think you have the chance to play one possession because you have 59.4 seconds. You can play it all the way through and try to let your defense get a stop and then come down for a chance to tie or win.
Yeah, because that's the drawback of only having 4 fouls too. Is you got to get 3 more to get them into a foul situation.
Yep, so be aggressive.
Shooting situation. So looks like they're going to mount. And right off the bat, Richens steals the inbound pass. Shot up and in by Peterson. And what a game Richens has had. Make a steal there and ties since 0-0. This is the first tie in the ball game.
Yeah, right now you got a guard. They got a turnover.
And a steal by Charlie Sargent. Give it to Richens. So with 35 seconds to go, 28 on the shot clock. And a quick timeout there by Coach Holmes. And it's 61-61 with 30 seconds to go. 25 on the shot clock. We'll take a quick 30-second or two.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's 2 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
Well, welcome back once again here to the Lake Gymnasium here on the campus of Salt Lake Community College, the 2A state championship girls division. It's the 3-4 ball game here, and for the first time since 0-0, the game is tied as North Summit has dug back out of this thing, and I don't know what way to say it. They've dug back out.
Yeah, they've done a really good job, and you know, obviously they've got the ball with the tie game, but really all the advantage in my mind too, because they have fouls to give, and so if they can score right here, they can make they can still go for the steals, and if they foul them, APA just has to take the ball back out of bounds, so they got a chance maybe to get a turnover and then make them foul them again.
So a little confusion there on the other end, but North Summit with a chance to take the first lead of the ball game here. Richens to inbound it. She tries to come in. Karchner will knock it away. No time off the clock. Well, the shot clock not.
And you probably just run the same play here, just on the opposite side now.
A couple of times here they've gone with a little soft lob on the inbound. There they go again, but they have to go way outside to get it. Down inside, Richens with a return pass. Up and in by Richens.
Yeah, really good pass. Langston finding Richens, just stepped in bounds, and they kind of forgot about her.
18 seconds to go. First lead of the game. And the ball knocked away from behind. APA comes up with it. Okay, 3-point shot was taken, but I wondered why everybody had stopped. They called a timeout. So the coach from APA called the timeout with 11.1. But again, how fitting is that for Richens?
Yeah,
she makes the shot to take the lead, knocks the ball away from behind.
Well, and with 11.1 seconds, they still have 2 fouls to give before they're in the 1-and-1 bonus. So I think you let them dribble the ball, you get up on close, and if you have to, you foul them and make them take it back out and try to see if you can't just burn up this 11 seconds. The one thing you cannot do is give up an open three-point shot.
Especially to Baldwin, which means anywhere across half court.
Yes.
So you got to take her away, but Karchner is able, and Bluth has made 3 3-pointers, and so you got to be careful of those players. But, yeah, you might be right, is to take time off the clock by, as they're working their offense, whack them.
Yes, I think so.
Because you got 3 to go.
And try to get the ball, because if you can get a steal, now you've got the possession of the basketball, and they're going to have to foul you and put you at the line.
Yeah.
And the next foul on Draper APA, North Summit will be shooting double bonus. It'll be the 10th team foul.
So, yeah, you don't have to sit back in the zone and hope nothing happens. And sure, right off the bat, you got Richens in the pocket of Baldwin.
Yeah, I think you definitely deny her the inbounds, maybe even double team her, make someone else get the ball in.
You've got inbound Richens. Baldwin will come way out and get it. Now don't give ground on her. Baldwin dribbles into the lane, falls down, the ball's loose. It's on the floor. It's a tie-up. It'll be a tie-up, and I believe that goes North Summit's way.
Yeah, North Summit's going to get the ball.
So with 4.8 seconds, a great defensive stand, just like you said. Very aggressive, knock the ball loose, gets on the floor, and you can jump on it, because even if you get the foul, no big deal.
Yeah, you're right. Now they just need to make sure they get the ball in bounds.
Another quick timeout. Was that North Summit that took that?
Yes.
So North Summit's going to set up the 4.8 second play here. 30-second timeout, I believe. That's just to kind of get these kids, I think, organized here on this inbound.
Yeah, North Summit shot pretty good free throws, so obviously if you can, you want to get it to your best foul shooter or your second best foul shooter if they take that first option away. And then they're out of timeouts, so they need to make sure they get this one inbounds because they are out of timeouts.
So that's the big thing for North Summit is getting the ball inbounds. Yeah. I mean, you take the timeout there to make sure we get this ball inbounds somehow, some way. We get it inbounds. So he's got it set up, and he'll have, looks like Peterson's going to be taking it out.
And you got to be careful that you don't throw the ball to their basket, but it looks like they've really spread out the defense here in the way they've set up this inbounds play.
Richens gets loose from the defense. They inbound it. She's running away from everybody. Finally, she'll be fouled by, I believe that's Montezuma. No, excuse me, it's Montezuma. So Richens will be coming to the line. There's 1.4 seconds left. They do have the 2-point lead. And Montezuma, they're buzzing. Is that a 5th foul on Montezuma? The scoreboard's not blinking, so they must not have got the information of who it was on.
Yeah, that is a 5th.
That is a 5th foul on Montezuma.
Oh, maybe it's not her. It's not her 5th. They're just saying foul was on number 5.
Okay, yeah, because they gave the 5 sign. So Richens, as great a game as she's got, right there at the line for a chance to really ice this away, makes the first. That's a 3-point lead. And remember, they did not have the lead until 30 seconds left in the ball game.
Yeah,
this is amazing. Second shot could ice it. That's going to be hard off the iron. No good. Rebounded by Karchner, but far enough away. Not able to do anything with it. So that'll be the end of the ball game as North Summit comes from way behind to win the ball game, 64-61 on a couple of heroic efforts. And so we'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back with a real quick post game in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, A service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
Real quick back here, we post-game show. Again, with the next game will be Paiute. They were in the blue, so I'm thinking they're Paiute. Sorry, North Summit and American Heritage for the third and fourth place game in that boys division. And for the girls division, North Summit, number 3 in the state. A good season for them. And American APA, fourth. That's a good season for them, too.
Yeah, it really is. Both those two teams, they knew each other well, and North Summit able to just come back from behind and just never gave up. And what a great game for North Summit. And, yeah, what a good season for APA. And most of these two teams, fairly young, too, so they're going to be right back here.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing I've noticed through the whole tournament. There are some teams like Millard, and several others that are older, like Parowan, Kanab, a lot of seniors on their teams. But boy, the youth that's here this year, Enterprise, and just so much youth. There's some great teams coming back in these tournaments over the next few years. So good to see. You're again. Final thoughts about the game, trying to summarize. I'm trying to do some stats here, but summarization.
I think, obviously, Coach Holmes did a really good job. He utilized his timeouts when he needed to. They made the correct adjustments. And Heartland Richens, the leader that she is, she doesn't always get asked to score a lot, but tonight she needed to score, and it really paid off. But just kind of her leadership, the way that she played defense too, and another one that comes to mind is Sargent. She didn't score a lot, didn't need to, because Richens was doing the scoring, but her defense was key.
She got the basket to tie it up, though.
That's right.
That's the only basket she had in the game, was to drive against the defense and challenge Baldwin and lay it up for the score to tie the ball game. Quickly for some statistics here, they're not totally accurate. We'll do what we can do here. But for North Summit, Maddie Croxford with 5 points in the ball game. Charlie Sargent, we mentioned just the 2 points, but it was the basket that tied the game, and that was the first time it was tied since 2-2. So a big basket for her there. Hazelyn Murdoch ends up with 9. And again, Heartland Richens isn't the game that I'm aware of, is not normally the leading scorer. She ends up with 22 points in the ball game. And really there was that crunch time when nothing was going good for North Summit except Richens.
Yeah.
And she made a couple of threes and some twos and made some great defensive plays. If you've got a player of the game, it's certainly Heartland Richens. And Shalise Langston, she gets 4 in the first half, struggling mightily, but the fourth quarter she owns, ends up with 12 points.
Yeah, she's one of their top go-to, but not only on the offensive end, getting the points that she needed late in to own that fourth quarter, like you mentioned, but defensively and getting the rebounds was huge for her.
It's Chesley Langston, and I apologize for that. I just can't get my mind. I keep wanting to say something else. I can't get the Z and the L right. I apologize for that.
Well, that's because they have a Khalees, too.
Yeah, throwing me off. There have been times when they've had like 4 Richens on the team, too, and they all get in the game. It's easy to call it that way.
Yeah.
But a great family, great people from North Summit. We appreciate them. Also, Presley Peterson with 12, and Tessa West plays but doesn't score, and Tamaiko also with 2 points off the bench. And they shoot well from the free throw line in the second half. Maybe we can pick that up here on the North Summit. They shoot 9 of 15 in the second half for 60%. So good enough. Whereas the APA didn't have a free throw in the second half.
Yeah,
not a one.
That's the difference.
So they end up, I think, 2 for 2 for the whole game. They're 1,000%, 100%, but that's only 2.
Yeah.
Their game is an exterior game, and they really didn't challenge inside, and so that didn't happen. On the game, Draper APA shoots 44% from the field, 37% from three-point land, and that went down. They were at 50% at halftime. It goes down to 37%. And then the free throws, like we mentioned, 100%, but only 2 free throws. whereas on North Summit they shoot 44% from the field, and they shoot 26% from three, and that actually went down in the second half. And then also the free throws, like we mentioned, went up a little bit in the second half to 57%. So, North Summit, an interesting stat for me, points off turnovers, 20.